welcome to the last community spotlight of 2018. Let's jump straight into it. We're gonna go into the under 1K club. Easily my favorite category, just because I really believe there's a lot of good pilots out there that maybe for whatever reason just don't have as many subscribers, and maybe they're not getting the kind of attention that they should be for whatever reason. This is why I like this category right here. So let's jump into it. First pilot up under the 1K club, we've got Paolo Gnoni, and his video is called Level 3. And right off the bat, I'm already excited here because he is flying through a parking garage. It really reminds me of just really back in the day where flying through the parking garages was a big thing. I think it should still be a big thing. It's just hard to find. One of the hardest things about it is the fact that you've got this vertical ceiling limit that you always got to be mindful of. So Paolo, keep pumping these videos out. I definitely love the car park / parking garage videos. We've got Lewis P Floyd. One thing I want to mention with this guy is he's actually got 0 subscribers. I love the fact that he's flying in the middle of winter time. This is definitely the type of guy that does not let the winter cold get in the way between him and his hobby, but he's hitting these gaps in the fence and playing with these nice Christmas trees out in the snow in the parking lot. This is awesome. Be on the watch for this guy. I have a good feeling about him. All right, next up, PilotinCommand FPV. And wow, okay, first couple seconds, I'm already intrigued. He's already got my attention. We've got these DJI cinematic shots, and you can see this train that's not moving, so he's not ruining the hobby, but him and his buddy are there, and he is just skimming the tops of these train cars. At 48 seconds, he is just skimming the floor, basically going underneath a row of trucks here, and wow, his rates are really fast. I wouldn't be surprised if he's spinning at like 1400 degrees per second, but the acro is quick, the acro is snappy. Check this guy out. Shiny FPV coming in at 164 subs. First thing that pops into my mind is check out the colors. Saturation kicked all the way up. It's this nice slow cruise with what looks to be, I'm assuming that's a lake. And wow, you see these birds flying. It's just a super cinematic flight. And if I didn't know it any better, this would look like a DJI, but it's not. It's a normal quad. When he speeds it up, you can really see the clouds moving in the sky. I love the contrast in colors between the sky and the ground. He slows it down whenever birds come in a shot. You know what? This is one of those types of videos that I would love to just have playing in the background when I've got guests. Because what's gonna happen is they're gonna get fixated on what they're seeing, and it looks like one of these animated wallpapers, and then all my guests are just gonna sit there and just get stuck to the screen because it's just such a mesmerizing thing to look at. You really don't have to be all about the tricks. I really love what he's done with this video. So with George's video, the one thing that stuck out to my mind on this one is that his flying is cut to and flown to the beat of the track. So either the clip is cut to the track, or you can see that his flips and his change of direction is very much in tune with the track, and that is a hard thing to do. So kudos to you, George FPV. Keep that up. That's something that I want to see more people doing, is flying to music. It's like choreographed to music. Next up, we've got Raiden951. Holy moly, I am like not even 10 seconds into this video clip, and I can tell that this guy's got a lot of control with this quad. I'm feeling it. He's low to the ground, he's skimming in between the trees, he's got some backwards flying stuff. I'm loving this guy's style. This guy is really surprising the heck out of me. So he can actually switch between being very fluid and smooth to being super snappy and technical. He's doing these Rubik cubes a couple of feet off the ground. This is definitely a dope video. Qualls Almighty, he's got a video called Metalmorphosis. Oh, there's this metal head statue that's like twisting. I love videos too where you make use of your quad to basically showcase something that you're looking at. This is definitely crazy, and it's surrounded by a water fountain, a water fixture. Hold up, 127. He is lining up. Oh my gosh! He just knife edged the tightest metal pole gap. This is, oh, here we go, and he's going for more, and he nails it. with that metal gate. Super sick. Qualls Almighty, keep that up, man. I dig that for sure. Alan Nixon. The video starts off super cinematic. We've got some DJI shots. He's in this car through this big, huge forest of trees. He's skimming the trees. He's not afraid to hit these gaps. And he mixes it up with these third-person shots. So a 360 cam that gives you a point of view of the quad itself. And he's got this mixture going on through the whole video. I love it. It keeps me engaged. It keeps me interested. Oh, and the perspective of the 360 cam as he goes through these crazy tight gaps looks so good. And he even shows the crash, which is a crazy perspective to see the quad actually just crash in third person. I have not seen that before. That is really awesome. Next up, we've got Zero Caution. Wow, this guy is absolutely ripping it up at this park with this little structure, hitting the windows and the gaps, doing super duper rolls and flips. And oh, wait, whoa, 48 seconds. He does a reverse Matty. He does a roll to an inverted Matty out in between these trees. One of my favorite tricks, just because it's one of those illusions that really makes you wonder how the heck do you do these types of things without throwing up. I like it. I love it. Karkara. Man, I hope I'm not like just annihilating your name. I'm gonna just go with Karkara FPV, and I can already tell he's one of those guys that has absolute control with this quad. He is incredibly fluid. Now when I say fluid, I'm talking about, you know, the quad might change directions, it might change trajectory, but it's super fluid and it's not abrupt. It doesn't disrupt the visual. And I really like it when pilots can really find that sweet spot, because it really allows them to get, you know, flippy floppy, if you will, with the maneuvers without necessarily giving you a headache. And this is definitely one of those pilots. This is an amazing watch. Next up, we've got Enoch FPV. So this video is packed with him hitting those V's. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, hold up. He does this crazy orbits combined with some yaw, trippy spin. I don't even know what to call it. I forget what this trick is called. I've seen it before. Not too many people do it. Second part of that video is mixed with some long range flight. So that's awesome. I love the fact that you can mix up the two types of flying here. Alright, this next video is from Domi FPV. And this video is called Casual Bando. So not only is he just cresting the tops of these bandos, but he's also making his way and shooting himself into gaps inside the bando. This is some really smooth flying. How did this guy only have 41 subs? This is one of those videos that you're just gonna want to watch all the way to the very end. Oh man, what a good spot. What a good spot. Liberimo. You know, he starts off, you know, super energetic, does a lot of flip. Whoa, whoa! Then you're like, wait, that's not normal. And then you figure out, oh, this is 3D. Now this is definitely worth mentioning because there's not too many 3D pilots out there. Zoe FPV is definitely one to mention. But what I like about this guy is that he incorporates these 3D trick maneuvers that you can only do with the 3D quad, but they're very subtle. Around 36-second mark, you see he does these rolls where it looks like he's just staying at a specific altitude. And it's something that you can really do that cleanly with 3D. Now this is what I like about this video, is that he flies 3D, but it's not like bam, in your face 3D. It's a good mix of regular FPV flying and then complementing that with these 3D maneuvers. Like, keep this up, man. I really dig this. So the last person for the under 1K club, he goes by the name of Ruben Kaser. Now, I gotta point this out. At the time of this submission, has 0 subscribers. The first clip of this video is this super cinematic introduction or reveal of this rock formation that's just chilling in the middle of the ocean. When the music is nice and chill, the footage that he shows you is this smooth, low to the ground, more of a chill type of flight. But once the music picks up and the energy starts to pick up, so does his flying. And it's not just any type of just flying full throttle. It's some really technical maneuvers with some very clean execution. It's a very well put together edit. And for somebody that has no subscribers, it kind of just blows my mind. We need to change this for this guy, folks. Oh my goodness, that's a pink ocean, guys. I mean, I know I'm a little colorblind, but that is pink. And then he ends it with this sunset shot. Guys, Ruben Kaser, find him, hit that subscribe button. In fact, I'm gonna do it right now because he is definitely well deserving of some more subscribers. Next up, we've got the location category, and we start this off with Raymond FPV. He's got a video called Nature's Ballet. So this video is a huge combination of tripod shots, rack focuses, DJI shots in the sky, time lapses, and of course some FPV footage. But what I really like about it is that he does a phenomenal job of conveying the peacefulness and the tranquility of nature. You can really tell from this edit that he really enjoys his time in the pine forest. You can see that he just dances with the pine trees and looks like he's having an absolute blast. Alright, next up under the location, we've got a video from KarmaCheck FPV. Now, it's worth noting that he's only got 503 subscribers at the time of this submission, but I had to take him out of the under 1K club because this video is phenomenal. Super dope time lapse where you just see the fog and the clouds rolling in. You got this cow just chewing on stuff. You know this is gonna be epic. You get about 20 seconds into it and you see that he's riding up the side of this mountain to get to the top, and you sit there and you're like, all right, I wanna get there. I wanna see what this looks like. And it definitely does not disappoint. You see him make his way to hit this gap at the peak of this mountain, and it looks absolutely epic. He surfs the peaks of these mountains and it just looks so good, and he's so high up that he's kissing the clouds. You deserve way more subs than you do. KarmaCheck FPV, check him out. Putu Sastra at Sumba Island out in Indonesia. He does a really great job of showing you all of the different facets that Sumba Island has to show, and he does it with the mini quad. He does just the right amount of tricks, not over the top to take away from what you're seeing, but you see these bridges, you see these man-made structures embedded into nature. In fact, it makes me want to go visit it. If you can make somebody want to go visit a spot that you've flown at, that means you did a really good job. Red FPV. The name of this video is called Tanker. Not even 3 seconds into the video is this nice slow motion barrel roll dive of what is this huge tanker. This looks absolutely epic, barely missing the exhaust pipes of this ship. This looks really cool. Definitely a view that you are not going to see anywhere else. Richard Shelton, he's got this awesome opening introduction. Bars go up. Alright, so the one thing that sticks out too is he rides the top of this mountain, peeks up over the top, shows you the horizon, and then dives right back down into the valley and kind of retracing his line. That looks super awesome. There is definitely no walk of shame here. If you lose your quad here, you just gotta be willing to kiss that quad and footage goodbye. So I can definitely appreciate that. So that wraps up the location category, which brings us into this next group that I have just kind of created just now. I'm gonna call it the special mentions. The first one is from Vic FPV. You might be familiar. He actually sits there and walks you through what's going on in his head as he picks a flight line. And I like this because it's gonna help people coming into the hobby better understand what makes a good FPV video. And his tricks are so technical and smooth and very clean and snappy. He does a really good job of keeping you entertained as he also educates you on how to make a really good FPV video. Next up under the special mentions is one of my favorite pilots. He goes by the name of Wands FPV. The opening shot is him diving through the pocket of this high-rise building. And I can appreciate that because when you get into this little cave, it's such an exhilarating visual experience because it looks like you're going through a tunnel, but you're going vertical. The other thing that I like about Wands FPV is that he always has these very interesting lines. And when he ends up with these apartment buildings, he does a phenomenal job of keeping everything interesting as he plays in between the buildings. It looks really good. Tom's FPV, And the reason why this guy gets to make it in my book is because the opening shot, he's going Mach 9 in between these rail cars and the side of this building, which I'm only gonna guess that there's maybe only like 2-3 feet of distance there. And then he skims along the top of this building into this knife edge of this structure. It's one of those things where you're just at the edge of your seat. This is gonna be one of those videos that you're gonna wanna repeat and rewind and watch several times. Next category, we've got the killer edits. I really like these because these are always super exciting. First submission, Blackbird FPV. The opening is super cinematic. He's got such good positioning and framing, and then these third-person shots of his quads. It looks really good, and we haven't even gotten into the flying yet. There it is, there it is. We've got this reveal over water. He's playing in trees, doing reverse matties. All of the tricks look so good. There's a couple of things in here that I can't even wrap my head around. Like, he is literally playing the parts of the tree that I always get stuck at. This guy is just hanging out and dancing in between it. This is a really good edit. I love it. All right, next up under the killer edits, we've got my man Ciati FPV. Now, we've seen some drift videos in the past, but what makes this video stick out to me, he gets so close to the action. All right, he gets so close that I wanted to reach out and roll the window up for that driver because I really thought that he was about to smack into that driver's head, but he doesn't. He gets so close. So that's what makes this edit, in my opinion, special. You almost want to put a seatbelt on while you're watching this video. That's how good it is. All right, next up, we got a video from Cola. First of all, danger factor. You're flying over water. Second, he gets so close to his subject, in which this case is a human being, that there's really a lot of trust that is very involved, and a lot of coordination that you need to make sure that everything goes according to plan. Because you don't want to smack a guy while he's kite surfing. Something tells me that's gonna hurt. But he gets so close to his subject that at a few points of this video, you actually see water hit the lens of his GoPro. That tells you that you are freaking close, which makes for super epic footage. In fact, I think he lost a couple of his quads trying to do this shot. Part of the game. Cola, keep it up. I want to see more. Jay-Z FPV, and he's got a video where he's basically filming with some of these X Games guys. Now, being that this is another human being as a subject, and in this case above really tall verticals where you've got maybe at some points 30-40 feet between the dude on the skateboard and the ground, you definitely want to kind of keep your distance because you don't want to be the reason that this guy falls off his skateboard and smacks into the ground. But despite that, he gets super close on some of these shots, and the slow motion is just perfect that you can see exactly what the skateboard is doing, and in some cases even the expression on this guy's face. I have no idea how this guy does not have more subscribers with a video like this. Jay-Z FPV, keep putting stuff out like this and you'll be up there in no time, man. Last but not least, under the killer edit category, Tom's FPV. Now, when you've got Red Bull in the title of your video, you already know it's gonna be good. He wastes no time. 5-6 seconds into the clip, he's chasing this dirt bike rider and does a barrel roll while keeping the subject in frame. Now guys, that's a really hard thing to do, and this whole video is mixed with all kinds of various shots, even a backwards facing shot. The transitions are on point. Everything looks so good. I don't know how many takes it took, but you could tell that there's definitely a lot of trust and coordination that's going on to get these shots. And I love the way he ends it, disarming into the rider's hands as he shuts off the GoPro. What an epic ending to an epic video. So that wraps up the killer edits category. Again, one of my favorites because it's just truly epic stuff, cut after cut. But now we are coming up to the last category, which I'm saving the best for last. That's right, the Rotor Riot medallion winner. But this one is just going to be a little bit more special just for the simple fact that it is going to be the last medallion winner of 2018. So I am proud to announce Finky, the guy's got the piloting skills. He vlogs, He's sharing and pushing the community. He features other people on his channel. He has crazy lines. Finky, F-I-N-C-K-Y. Check him out. I would not be surprised if this guy blows up come early 2019. Alright y'all, so that wraps up the last community spotlight for 2018. On behalf of everybody on Rotor Riot, I'd like to thank everybody who had took the time to submit videos. 2018 comes to a wrap. I can't wait to see what 2019 brings. So you guys, everyone out there, keep ripping it, keep pushing it hard, keep making those videos, keep posting, tell your friends about FPV. Happy holidays to y'all, and Happy New Year.